The 2024 WNBA draft was tonight, and the Seattle Storm got just what they needed. Welcome back to another episode of the Seattle Sports Show, where we love Seattle pro sports. I'm your host, Mikey, and we are here to talk about the 2024 WNBA draft, and it was a lot of fun. If you didn't tune in, you missed out. This year, ESPN went all out to make sure that it really felt special. You know, they knew that more people would be tuning into this one than in the past because of the involvement of Caitlin Clark. And it really felt the way a draft should be presented, just like you would see any of the men's drafts be presented. So that was good to see. And the results that we got for the Seattle Storm is exactly what we wanted. Everything else, before us was fun to see and, expected. And the way the draft played out, I am very, very happy that we traded that 4th overall pick for Nneka Ngumuke, right? Because just as I feared, if we would have stuck with number 4, since Paige Beckers, decided to go back to school for another year, that it could happen that Caitlin would go 1, Cameron would go 2, and Camilla would go 3, and that's exactly what happened. Not that you wouldn't want Rakia Jackson, but it's just not, based on what the rest of your team is and your needs, it's not what you would have hoped for, right? So since Camila Cordosa was selected at 3, it feels even better that you did trade that 4th overall pick and got a legend like Agumake. Okay, so I think all the right moves were made, and the moves that were made in the actual draft were great. I was watching the whole first round, because when I was reading up on it, people were saying, I don't know, maybe Nika Mule, she's done enough to get herself selected, possibly in that first round. And again, she's one of the players that, if you were watching the tournament, she was noticeable because she just played that relentless defense during the tournament when it mattered most. Somebody that was actually able to play great defense against Caitlin Clark. You're going to want that since Caitlin Clark's not on your team. You're going to want somebody who can play defense against her. And Nika Mule is that player. So I'm glad we got her. Again, if you need to be reminded of Nika Mule, on what she's got going on, career wise, not big numbers in the points. She's just averaging 5.8 points per game for her career, 3.5 rebounds, but 5.2 assists per game, and she's averaging over a steal a game as well. So with that defense and her passing ability, you are excited to have her on the team because, again, the defense is great, and then the passing ability. I did not know this until tonight, but Nika Mule is the all-time leader in assists at UConn. That is saying something, right? That is pretty amazing. I would not have expected that or known that. But that is the case. So you are really excited about that when you hear that sort of information, right? Now the and she was two-time All Big East Defensive Player of the Year as well. So yeah, just great overall. And then our second selection was Mackenzie Holmes. Again, another person like leading her school. So Mackenzie Holmes for the Indiana Hoosiers. We selected her in the third round, and listen to this. In 4 different categories, Mackenzie Holmes is in first place at Indiana. So she's the leading scorer with 2,530 points. Field goals made 1,043. Field goal percentage 63.9, and she's got 123 wins under her belt with the Hoosiers as well. Which again, all those numbers lead the Hoosiers. So that is pretty amazing stuff as well. Now here's one downside for Mackenzie. It's not a downside for the Storm because we're getting her for the future. When she joins this team, she is going to be good. So the downside is she has been having a lot of knee pain. I guess this is something she put out on her social media like a week ahead of the draft, that she's been having knee pain. She had a knee injury in high school and it's always been bothering her, and so she is getting surgery this May to fix the problem, and that should again fix the problem and make it so that she is pain free going forward. And so she will not be joining and actually playing with the Storm until the 2025 season. So we're drafting her for the future. But again, just looking at her numbers, again, if you would just look at her career averages, 17.2 points a game, 6.7 rebounds, almost an assist a game. Again, that field goal percentage 63.9%. Yeah, you're gonna feel good about her when she joins the team. And again, she's a forward, so yeah, that could be like some much needed help, scoring wise from the forward position for the Storm. So yeah, really excited about this draft. I think instantly it is helping our Seattle Superstorm, as I call them. Ever since all the moves that we did in the free agency to make this super team, we're adding Nika Mule for more depth at the guard position, and then you're excited for even the more long-term future with Nika Mule, and also adding Mackenzie Holmes into that mix. So very excited about that. But I want to know how you felt about this WNBA draft. Let me know just how you felt about that draft presentation overall. Let me know how you felt about the outcome for the Storm, getting Nika Mule and Mackenzie Holmes. Are you happy with those picks? I know I am after looking at the numbers. And again, watching Nika Mule in the tournament, I'm very excited about what she brings to the table. But yeah, so make sure you subscribe, leave those comments, hit the like button. If you're listening on a podcast version, please also subscribe and follow, leave a 5-star rating and a written review, because that all helps the show grow. And thanks for listening to the Seattle Sports Show, where we watch legends awaken. So take cover, because with a sea of sound you will see us rise to reign supreme and win forever.